Today we're going to be going over the largest study ever done in the crypto space. The National Crypto Association polled over 10,000 Americans on their thoughts of crypto, whether they own crypto. They found out their race, their sex, their income. They found out why they got interested in it, their barriers to entry, what was kind of holding them back, why they haven't invested yet, and who told them about it. It breaks down literally everything you can think of crypto related, the largest study ever done, and we're going to dive right into it, go page by page, talk about it, and I'm going to go over why we are so early in crypto. It is 2025, but we have so much time to go. We are just getting these regulations in place. It is just starting to get used and acknowledged by governments, by countries, by states. It is just, we are so early, you guys, and we're going to go over that and break that down. I feel like every generation looks at previous generations and is like, wow, how did they get so lucky? How were they in it so early? Like they had this big opportunity to make all this money. Where is our opportunity? And I truly believe that this is that opportunity for this generation, for people to make that generational wealth, that life-changing decision to make money, and I believe crypto is the answer to that. Obviously, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research, but that is where polls like this that just go over literally everything that you can think of with crypto really helps people understand, like, okay, if I'm going to get in, what are some of the things that I should be thinking of? What are some of the barriers that I should be aware of? What are some of the use cases that I can use it for? So it's really cool to kind of see and break this down before you get involved. But as we go over these numbers, you're going to see just how early we are and how we are just, there's so much room for growth, you guys, and that's what gets me so excited about this. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. I encourage you guys to stick with me throughout so you can share your thoughts below. That being said, welcome to the channel. If you do like the content today, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications. That would be greatly appreciated. And throughout the video, if you have any comments or concerns or just thoughts about crypto in general or what is being said, give your comments below and I will interact with you. So with that, let's dive in to this. This is what got me interested at first in the study. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, said, in the largest study ever of crypto in the US, the National Crypto Association found that 21% of Americans hold crypto. That's why I'm saying we're early. 76% of them said it has a positive impact on their lives. And that's why organizations like the National Crypto Association are so important, spotlighting the practical, everyday use cases possible through crypto. So I clicked on the link, and it says 2025 State of Crypto Holders Report. Our reports reveal how real people, from teachers to techies, are using crypto to build, save, and support their communities. Crypto goes mainstream. In the largest survey ever conducted of cryptocurrency holders, we are able to challenge crypto stereotypes, uncovering the surprising truth. Crypto doesn't have a type. Some use crypto for investing, others for shopping, gaming, or sending money to family. Many are just getting started, but what they all have in common is their sense of optimism and a belief that crypto is here to stay. That is something I've been preaching on this channel since the beginning, that with every sign that I'm seeing every day, the news that's getting reported is becoming more and more obvious that crypto is here to stay and it's not going anywhere. And as you'll see throughout the survey, and as you see mentioned here, doesn't have a type. It's for anyone. You can do so many different things with crypto, and that's what I believe one of the factors that people who are scared to get into it think is like, oh, like crypto is not for me. There's not going to be a use case for me. That's just wrong. Crypto has so many different use cases, whether it's shopping, gaming, sending money to family, whatever it might be. We're going to go over some of those in the report and just break that down for you guys. So let's dive into that report. So the surprising normalcy of crypto. 1 in 5 Americans own cryptocurrency. 39% use crypto to pay for goods and services. 76% say crypto has had a positive impact on their lives. In recent years, the crypto industry has propelled innovation, prompting people to rethink how they engage in everything, from art and gaming to money and more. It has also reinforced stereotypes of crypto bros, reckless risk takers, and speculators. So that's one of the common beliefs when people hear crypto. They think of, oh, crypto bro, oh, reckless risk taker, oh, I don't want to get involved in that. And this study is really going to break down how that's just wrong. So In February 2025, so this is a very recent study, from a pool of 54,000 respondents, it identified 10,000 current cryptocurrency holders in the United States. So that's where that 1 in 5 number comes from. This is the largest survey ever conducted of cryptocurrency holders. Here you can see a breakdown of where those numbers come from. 17% in the Midwest, 18% Northeast, 26% in the West, and 39% in the South. The crypto holder next door, we have 14%. So this goes down what jobs they have. The survey revealed that crypto owners are a diverse group. Younger, older, and people of all income levels are holding and using crypto. More men, 67%, own it, but women, 31%, do as well. Unsurprisingly, ownership skews young, with 67% of crypto owners under the age of 45. However, 15% of them, or nearly 9 million people, are all over the age of 55. So, where do crypto holders work? 14% in technology, 12% in construction, 7% finance, 7% manufacturing, 6% medical and healthcare. So a lot of people think, oh, crypto, they must be finance people. Wrong. As you can see here, finance only makes up 7% of it. A lot of them are in technology or construction. And me, I have a background in finance, was a financial advisor, worked in banking, got out of that because I was so interested in crypto. Banking and financial advising years ago kind of frowned upon crypto. I was big into crypto and I wanted to be able to do that. So as you can see here, I think this number will continue to rise over the years. But for now, I'm not all that surprised by this, although I do think a lot of people would be surprised. So who is using crypto? The diverse demographics and behaviors of crypto users. Yearly income. So 33% of crypto users make between 150 and 500K, 31% 75,000 and 150,000, and 26% make under 75,000. Value of crypto holdings, 40% under 5K. So the majority of people who hold crypto have under $5,000 in crypto. 34% have between 5 and 50,000. So 75% of people have under $50,000 in crypto. We are still very, very early. That's not a very large number. And when you think of it, all the retirement savings, all the different investments accounts, I think this number is going to rise dramatically over the next several years. Sex, 67% male, 31% female. Age, 27%, 25 to 34. 29%, 35 to 44. So those are the two largest percentages. And I believe 35 to 44 is the largest because that's kind of the age where people have their finances in check. They have the job that they know they're going to be at long term, most likely. They know how much they can set aside for investing. They're willing to take some more chances. They're probably married by then, know what their finance structure is, so they know how much they can set aside, and that's why they're investing into crypto. They're still young enough where they want to take some chances so they can retire with extra money, but they're not old, like 27, under 25 to 34, that age range, 18 to 24. There's still a lot of unknowns in their lives, and so while some of those people want to take those chances and try and get rich quick, a lot of people are scared for their future and want to make sure they're being smart with investments as well. They don't want to get into necessarily risky investments, and we're going to go over that later on in this study. So next page, we have using crypto in everyday life. So 52% are most interested in using crypto to invest in their financial future. 96% use crypto to shop for goods and services at least once per year. So a significant number of people use crypto to purchase goods and services. This is a common misconception. People don't think that they can use crypto for everyday purchases. That's already a possibility. You can use crypto for everyday purchases, and based on the different things the government is doing right now, the laws that they're passing, it's just going to become easier and easier to do so, and those real world use cases are going to become more and more popular. As you can see here, there's already a good portion of people that are using it. And we're going to go over a couple examples throughout this study. So let's see. Here we have, I'm fascinated to see how cryptocurrency is going to show up in different parts of the world as the way people can spend and save money. Jen and Jason, they aren't financial experts, just two parents curious about how crypto works. But as they researched, they realized crypto wasn't just about investing. It was a new way to manage and move money. They like that crypto is accessible anytime, works globally, and offers new ways to save and spend. Learning about real-world use cases from payments to long-term savings made them more confident. For them, crypto became a way to quickly and easily diversify and prepare for the future. It's not just about numbers on a screen, it's about having more options and being part of something innovative. So you're going to see a few examples like that throughout this, and it's just really cool to see these different use cases. Here we have crypto's many benefits. Crypto holders find personal and societal advantages for the technology. 76% of them found it positive. Only 3% found it negative, 21% neutral. So we have, let's make sure you can see these, 45% promoting financial inclusion and reducing poverty. So what role do you believe cryptocurrency should play in the development of society in the future? 45% enhancing digital transactions, 38% driving technological innovation, 38% contributing to sustainable economic practices, 33% facilitating international trade and cooperation. I didn't realize how much you could actually do with crypto. Like I said, this is a common misbelief, common misconception. One of the barriers to entry, like people don't think it's for them. They think it's for those crypto bros, those techie people, those risk takers, those people that are trying to get rich quick. But that's just not true anymore. That crypto is becoming a part of everyday life, and there are just so many different things that you can do with it. And not only can you do now, but the future use cases are sky's the limit. There are so many future use cases coming our way, and that is why we are so early right now. 49% increased financial independence, 42% diversification of investments, 44% sense of achievement from investment gains, 45% fun and excitement of being a part of new and innovative field, and then 45% opportunities for learning and personal growth. So it's just really cool to see the positive impact that crypto can have on people's lives once you get into it, once you start seeing these use cases, once you start learning more. You can learn a new skill, you can learn different strategies, you can be a part of communities, and it's just really cool to be a part of, and we are seeing that from this study. Let's keep going. So here's another use case. As my artwork sells and continues to sell even after I'm not on this planet anymore, it's still making an impact. This is Autumn. So scroll up so you can read this. For artists like Autumn, making a living from creative work has always been a challenge. Once a painting or sculpture is sold, the artist rarely benefits from future sales. Autumn, a multidisciplinary artist, often collaborates with others to create unique pieces. In the past, ensuring fair pay for every contributor was difficult. With blockchain, she can now record ownership, split earnings automatically, and ensure credit is given permanently. For Autumn, crypto isn't just about selling art, it's about protecting creativity, ensuring fair pay, and reaching new audiences. So crypto can get tied to artwork, for example, in Autumn's case. So every single time that artwork gets sold, there's evidence. It can get tracked back to her. She has ownership of it. She gets a portion of those sales. And it's just easy to track and make sure that she is getting rewarded for her work. And she has full ownership of that piece of artwork. And that's just one of the really cool uses of crypto. And she's taking full advantage of it. Boosting the global financial system. Respondents see a bigger role for crypto moving forward. 73% hope to see the United States become a global leader in the field. Crypto owners clearly regard cryptocurrency as a trustworthy addition to current financial systems, with 76% of them saying that their trust in it either equals or surpasses that of traditional banking institutions. So, while a lot of people are scared to get into crypto because they don't necessarily trust it, think it could go down, compare it to banking or financial fields. Like, do you trust in your investments? Do you trust banking? Like, there are just so many different factors when you compare it to that, and you can look at the potential of crypto and what it can do for you and the security that it could provide. There is a big future for it, and a lot of people are starting to come to terms with that and be like, hey, this is cheaper, safer, quicker than banking. This is like more reliable than other investments in a sense, like the potential. Like, I kind of want to get into that. I see the potential for this. I want to own this. I don't want it to be able to be like tracked, for example. I don't want it to be like I want to feel ownership of it, and this can provide people a sense of ownership depending on where you store it. There's different devices such as like a ledger where you can send your crypto, it's encrypted behind a seed phrase, and you have full ownership of it. And a lot of people like that idea. So 73% feel it's important for the U.S. to become the global leader in crypto. 64% believe it's important for the government to regulate crypto. 67% are concerned about regulations threatening innovation and development of crypto technologies. Getting into it further, first steps, how people become crypto investors. This was kind of cool to see. Let's see, we got 60% investment purposes, top reasons for acquiring crypto. 50% curiosity about the technology. 36% got into crypto because of recommendations from family and friends. 27% to make online transactions. 21% got into it, influence from social media or celebrities, influencers. So here you got 56% of individuals acquired cryptocurrency between 2020 and 2025. 60% first acquired crypto for investment purposes, 27% first acquired crypto to make online transactions. But 56% acquired cryptocurrency between 2020 and 2025. We are still very early here, guys. It is 56% of people just in the last 5 years are the ones that got into crypto. That's crazy to think about. We are still early. There is still time to get into it. You are not too late. That is a common misconception with crypto, like, hey, crypto just did a 10x in the last 5 years, or a lot higher than that. But for example, like, I feel like if I get in, it's just going to go right back down. I'm not going to make any money. It's not going to be useful to me. I'm just going to wait. Wrong. We are early, I promise. Like, not financial advice. That is my opinion. But I feel like we are still very, very early, as evidenced by these numbers. So really cool to see that get broken down in this study. Here we got, there were nothing but good benefits, more transparency, more accessibility, but more than anything, being able to tap into this new blockchain movement of crypto donors. So this is another use case. Max, he uses crypto to drive fundraising for Movember, a nonprofit focused on men's health. He saw its potential to bring in new donors and create more ways of people to support important causes. Crypto offers flexibility. Donations can come in from anywhere at any time without barriers. As more nonprofits seek innovative ways to connect with supporters, Max sees crypto as a tool that makes giving more efficient, direct, and impactful. So they can set it up. The people can send in crypto anytime, anywhere, any way. And it's super easy and convenient when you're dealing with tons of different countries, when you're dealing with tons of different donors. This is a way that can kind of bring it all together and make it seamless, make it quick, and make it cheap. There's literally next to nothing in fees with some cryptos, and most cryptos happen instantly. So really cool to see him taking full advantage of that, and that's just one of the many ways crypto is going to be used to make a difference. Next, we got top barriers to entry. This is another cool one, and one of the reasons I started the crypto channel in the first place is because people are just scared to get into it. Security concerns loom large, although few experience them personally. So everyone's scared something's going to happen, but out of the majority of people in crypto, few actually experiencing anything go wrong. So top obstacle keeping people from acquiring or using crypto more. Let's see. It's very touchy. Lack of money to acquire crypto with. That's one of the largest. Fear of crypto's volatility, 15%. Security concerns, 13%. Concern about tax implications and reporting requirements, 10%. Lack of business who accepts or use crypto, 9%. Lack of public understanding, 8%. So, top concerns. Of the 3% who have seen at least some negative effect, 48% financial losses due to market volatility. That's something you'll notice when you get into crypto, is it's very volatile, especially right now while all those regulations are getting in place and we're figuring out that utility in those use cases. it's very volatile due to news and speculation, and a lot of people that get in see their investment go down 10% in a day, and they're like, whoa, 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 this is not for me, this is crazy, I gotta get out, like I can't deal with losing 10% on my investment in a day, that's wild, like I've worked hard for this money. But when you stay in it, it's proven year and year and year again, historically, crypto goes up continuously when you look at it year to year. If you put your money in, if you hold it, if you look at the long-term picture, you're going to find some days where you go up 10 to 20%. You're going to find some days where if you're in the right crypto, you could go up 50%. And those are just some crazy numbers. So yes, you're going to see some down 10% losses in a day, but there's going to be plenty of days where you see 10% gains in a day and 48% financial losses due to market volatility. They get scared, they go out. Like, so this is why I recommend only investing what you can afford to lose. Please do your own research before investing. But when you look at the long-term picture, when you zoom out, when you look at the historical graphs, you will see generally crypto has been a good investment. Here you got 35% difficulty understanding cryptocurrency technology and markets. A lot of people don't know what's going on. They find it difficult to understand. They don't really get what the use cases are. They don't get like, oh, I can do this or this. Like how, like why? How does that work? Like 35% want to know what they're investing in. They want to know the technology behind it, and they simply don't know. So that's a barrier to entry. 32% stress or anxiety related to managing or tracking investments. I can confirm that it can be stressful, so this is why I encourage like only investing what you can afford to lose. And then I also encourage just taking some times and just not looking at your portfolio, not paying attention. There will be a lot less stress there. If you look at your portfolio every day, it can certainly be stressful, and that is 32% very valid. I can confirm it can be stress or anxiety related. But when you can sit back, when you can look at that big picture, when you trust in the innovation, when you trust in the utility, when you trust in the use cases that are coming, it becomes less stressful. So that's why I encourage you to do your research, build up that foundation of what you're investing in so you actually know what you're investing in, you know the use cases, you believe in the technology, and then that makes it a lot less stressful and not as much anxiety. 32% negative experiences with fraud or security breaches. 29% regulatory or legal challenges associated with using or owning crypto. So those are all valid concerns, but that's something that people are working actively at overcoming, and it is becoming more and more evident that these are concerns that can be addressed, and they aren't going to be concerns for very long, in my opinion. I want to work with people no matter where they are. If you have something great for my project, I want to work with you. I want to pay you. This is Hunter. Hunter is a content creator who scaled his business through speed and efficiency, paying 7 video editors around the world and producing up to 90 videos per month, but getting payments to his dispersed team wasn't easy. Hunter's workflow moves fast. He records, sends raw footage overnight, and wakes up to the edited draft. Delayed payments slow that down. With crypto, he could pay his editors instantly, keeping his production seamless. That's how Hunter is using it. I'm sure you can hear that example and think of those use cases for yourself or for people you know. Thirst for knowledge. Crypto owners crave information about the industry. 40% of crypto holders watch, listen to, or read news about crypto daily. 81% are interested in learning more about the future of crypto. This is kind of getting into those barriers of entry. People want to learn more about crypto. They want to know the ins and outs of crypto. They want to believe in what they're investing in. And these numbers back that up. That is one of the big barriers to entry. But that is why we are so early, you guys. There are so many people that are just uneducated about crypto. And that is why once education becomes more evident, once they see companies, once they see countries, once they see corporations, once they see the local retail shops using crypto, they're going to be able to see these use cases. They're going to have that confidence in crypto. They're going to be able to start to learn and understand everything that goes into it. And once that confidence is there, it's just going to skyrocket, in my opinion. Like everyone wants to know what they're investing in. Not only are we early with the number of people that are invested in crypto, 20%, but out of those 20%, only 40% of them are wanting to learn and listen and read news about crypto daily because they don't even know what they're invested in. So the amount of people that actually know the use cases of crypto actually know the potential is very, very small. Out of that 20% of Americans who are invested in their crypto, I bet a lot of those people, according to this, as evidenced by this, don't even, like, they just put the money in, they don't even know what they're doing, they don't even know much about crypto. It's just there, they were told to invest, they put some money in there, and they don't know what's going on. So I encourage you, do your research, do study, learn what you're investing in, and that is why we are so early, as evidenced by that. Popularity and knowledge of top tokens, what crypto owners know about Bitcoin, and more. Awareness. Have you heard about the following tokens? 99% of the crypto holders have heard about Bitcoin, 91% ETH and Doge, 87% USDC, Solana 74%, 67% XRP. And these are all of the people that said they hold crypto. So out of the people that have held crypto, obviously everyone knows what Bitcoin is, but 9 out of 10 of the people that hold crypto knew about ETH or Doge. 87% knew about the stablecoin USDC. So only 87% of the people invested in our crypto knew there's a stablecoin, essentially. Only 74% have heard of Solana, 67%. XRP is the fourth largest market cap in the world, and only 67% largest market cap of cryptocurrencies in the world, and only 67% of crypto holders have heard of XRP. We are early, you guys, and these numbers just continue to show how early we are. Acquisition use. Have you ever acquired or used the following tokens? Bitcoin. 85% have acquired Bitcoin. 58% ETH. 48% Doge. 44% USDC. 28% Solana. 23% XRP. And you can see, know your coins. Bitcoin, the first and most well-known cryptocurrency. Ethereum, used for transactions and paying fees on the Ethereum network. It supports smart contracts and decentralized apps. Doge, a meme-based cryptocurrency that started as a lighthearted joke but gained an active community. USDC, a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. Its value stays at $1. Solana, a blockchain popular for decentralized finance, non-fungible tokens, and payments. XRP, designed for fast and low-cost cross-border payments and used by financial institutions. Tina, another example. It gives a whole different level to gaming. Tina uses it for gaming, and crypto and gaming is going to be massive. It's going to play such a big role, and there's a big community of gamers. So in Tina's case, crypto transformed gaming for Tina. Instead of her in-game items being locked in one platform, she now truly owns them and can trade, sell, or use them across different games. In traditional gaming, rewards disappear if a game shuts down. Years of progress gone. With crypto, Tina's collection holds real value. Watching it grow, she feels more invested in every battle and quest. Gaming is no longer just a pastime, it's a world she builds, controls, and benefits from. So that's just a cool use case. Cool to hear about Tina's story. Alright, in summary, key takeaways. 1. We have met crypto, and it is us. A wide range of people, more than a fifth of the U.S. population, has acquired at least some crypto. Crypto holders come from a wide range of ages, industries, and income levels. 2. A tool for everyday use. A large number of crypto owners are using it to shop, 39%, and send money to family, 31%. Many are also expressing a strong interest in learning more about everyday usage. 3. The future is bright. Overall, crypto holders see cryptocurrency as having the potential to bring substantial benefits to the world as a whole, from facilitating microtransactions to improve the global financial system. They especially praise it for the improvements it brings to the speed, transparency, and even security of transactions. 4. Safety and security. While concerns for security of digital assets remain high, the lived experience of scams and fraud appears quite low, with only 3% of respondents reporting any kind of negative impact from crypto ownership. 5. Wanting to learn more. People are excited to learn more about crypto, especially basics like blockchain technology and using it for payments. However, they are showing a strong preference for trusted expert insight over peers and celebrities. 6. A positive experience for owners of digital assets. Crypto holders are overwhelmingly pleased with the positive influence owning digital assets has had on their lives, and hopeful about the role it can play, not merely in their own lives, but more broadly. So over 10,000 people interviewed, about this study. So it's the largest study ever done on crypto, and it was just really cool to break it down, look at all the numbers, see who's investing in crypto based on age, sex, demographic, where they are located, looking at why they got invested into crypto and what cryptos they're interested in, what they've even heard about, why they got invested. So it's really cool to see all those numbers broken down. It was really cool to see the different use cases put out there, and seeing all these numbers just showcases how early we still are into crypto. The potential for crypto is massive still, and that's one of the big things that I just want to make sure people hear in this video, is that so many people I talk to every day are like, I don't know if I want to get into crypto. I feel like I missed it. I feel like I'm too late. No, we are still early. You can see President Trump now. We have the most pro-crypto administration in office right now, and it seems like weekly we are hearing more news about crypto, about things his team is doing to incorporate crypto somehow, some way. You see someone in the office coming out and speaking about crypto in some manner, and crypto is just going to be adopted, and you really have to build that foundation before you can just expand and blow it up to retail. That foundation has to be in place so people can truly trust it and understand it, and that's why some of those numbers portray that. Like, people want to be able to trust it. They want to do their research. They want to know what they're investing in before they get there. And so once all these things are in place, retail is going to be able to come in, and then it's going to be able to take off. So that being said, I'd love to hear your thoughts below about this study. Did you find anything super interesting? Were you surprised by any of the numbers? Are you one of those people waiting to get into crypto for one of those reasons that we talked about? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Address those thoughts. Comment below. I'll interact with you guys. But this has been such a good study. I enjoyed reading it. I hope you guys did as well. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more information. I'm going to continue to bring you guys the latest crypto news. And until then, thank you. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.